circumstances, and Nigerians should see it in that context. Secondly, I want government, under the present challenge that we have no option than to declare war. And in war situation, you know what you're supposed to do. Declare state of emergencies in some places, go all out to do more recruitment, go all out to provide adequate technology, and go all out to involve, institutions and organizations that can be helpful to this country, whether within or outside the country. But everything must be in accordance with security practices, not just this political thing. Like you said, election is coming and this is coming. Is there any... Let me ask you this question. In all the elections they have done, with all the insecurity, is there anywhere vote did not come from? They still have, the politicians have their way of getting their vote. I don't want to believe this has anything to do with politics, because if we have dealt with it, it wouldn't have been with us.
All right, as a scapegoat now, does that mean there are no other bad eggs?
It's not scapegoat, it's not scapegoat, it's even the society. Let me tell you, in one of my presentations, I don't know whether it's in this station, when he was operating, I was asking, why do you think the man was performing? He was performing because he was well trained. He was performing because he had enough technology available to him. Why are those technologies not available to every police division in this country? If the police division want to track, why must he go to area commander or commissioner of police office or headquarters before he does tracking? Why are those facilities not there for them? If they are there, they will perform. So when you create this environment, you are also creating people to begin to see themselves as lords. If not, we all have the capacity to perform.
Okay, on a final note now, the spate of attacks in northern Nigeria, which actually has become notorious for attacks and banditry in the last few years. Would you say that these attacks are politically motivated, bearing in mind that 2023 would have a general election?
Well, for me as a person, when I talk about security like this, I remove politics out of it. Politics may be a reason for crime, but it is not the only reason. So if we look at it from the angle of politics, we will get derailed and we will miss the point. That's not to say that it may not have that undertone, but crime is crime. Whether it has political connection or not, crime is crime. And having said this, it's important that everybody should be involved. And government must change their attitude towards policing in Nigeria. Government, in my view, has contempt, absolute contempt for the police in Nigeria. I can tell you that I retired after 35 years service as commissioner of police. My pension is just 137,000 naira after 35 years as commissioner of police.
See that?
Some are earning less. And these are the people you say should go and do the job.
Okay.
It's a mockery.
Should not compromise.
What we have is a mockery of policing.
So if you want to do a thing, why don't you do a city study and know how you are going to do something that is comprehensive? And that was what we ended. So is like
and
said,
it has to be discreet, because
of
there's
course,
this
exactly. If I'm coming to this studio to put a CCTV camera, I'll not come here when people will be around. I know where I'm going to put my cameras, whether mini or whatever it is supposed to be. So, and like he said, everybody now is a security consultant. Everybody is shouting, the military are not doing this. And I tell people, who are the first victims of this terrorist attack? They are the security agencies. Yes. If you look at that Borinigwari axis, this is the second time they are overrunning their camp. So it is not something that is palatable. And it's a high level of patriotism that they put in their mind, and they are on those fronts. In that context, my worry is that the level of condemnation that I hear from the public against our fighting forces should not be. Rather, we should continue to encourage them and their families, because they are doing a great job. Because they are doing a job that they don't have adequate facilities, and they are still there, 24/7.
And the motivation.
And the motivation is there. And we, on our own part, Nigerians, some of them have come to a level that they no longer even want to give information or intelligence to security forces. And these are some of the things, like he said before, we have become so lawless that we are expecting everything. It must be policeman that will do it, it must be soldier that will do it. If we are at this level, we will not be where we want to be. Because if you go to the US, for instance, nobody can say anything about this country.
Realistically speaking now, a lot of Nigerians, if not every Nigerian now, has been bullied into silence by these terrorists. And that could make it really difficult for anyone to partner security agencies regarding, intelligence gathering and all of those stuff. Don't you think so, Mr. Dechi?
Well, it has always been there, even when the situation was not as bad as this. I remember as Commissioner of Police, all the states I have been, would try to appeal to the public to come and give us information. I say, if you give information to the police will tell the criminals. It doesn't go that way. But people have accepted that as that's how it will be. And that makes it very, very difficult.
That's because there's a high level of hobnobbing going on. Some police officers, to be specific now, not even police officers only, across all other sister agencies have been, hobnobbing, doing business with some of these criminals, and this is
no. I don't agree with you.
Totally.
I'm talking from experience, and I have taken up people who have talked this way. I will ask them, are you
some
talking?
of them have been paraded.
No, are you talking from experience? What you have just asserted now, is it from your own personal experience?
I'm talking from facts that we have in the media space.
No, that's what you read or what you were told. And when you continue to probe on, you find an endless chain of I was told, I read it, I was told, I read it. I am not saying that we may not have pockets of such situations, but it is not as the way it is being said. And because it is said and it is generally accepted now, nobody wants to come out. That's the danger that comes out of all this saying.